and may God protect us from Glock 9Teen.
Nah, man, y'all tripping. Y'all boys tripping. I asked y'all to get my last video to 10K likes, and I woke up this morning with 11K likes on the video? Can I even get some time to play the game for myself? I've been dropping back to back videos for y'all. I ain't even been able to play 2K myself, but I'm a man of my word. I got the dribble tutorial for y'all right now, man. 9Nation in the chat. I don't think y'all really ready for this tutorial, man, but we really here. The dribble tutorial is here, man. I'm finna have y'all boys going crazy. I need all 9Nations in the chat right now. Drop them in the comments, man. But y'all see me going crazy. These is clips from 3 days ago. All the intro clips, this is stuff from 3 days ago. Like I said, I ain't even been able to get back in that field myself because I've been trying to bless y'all boys with the videos. But y'all boys know, y'all hit that like goal, so I gotta come through with the dribble tut, and I got the jump shot dropping for y'all boys too. I did not forget about that. Make sure y'all boys leave a second and drop a like on this video. Let's try to go crazy, man. Let's try to get this video, this gonna sound crazy, but let's try to get this video to 20,000 likes. That would make my whole year if y'all can get me to 20K likes on the video. I never thought that would be possible, man, but we really going crazy. Y'all see me in the my court, first person doing these type of dribble moves. By the way, these is clips from 3 days ago. I was the first person moving like this, especially on big guard. Y'all can go do y'all homework. It's on my Twitter. I was the first person doing this stuff. If you see other people doing it, hey, just know I was doing it first. So I'm gonna be giving y'all boys the swag, man, giving y'all boys my bag, giving y'all boys the sigs, how to activate them, in-depth tutorial. I got the controller cam, and I'm gonna even bless y'all with the controllers I use. I'm finna give y'all everything to have y'all go crazy. And like I said, I got that jump shot for y'all on the way. Oh my god, why am I dribbling backwards? Man, y'all boys drop a like on this video. Let's go ahead and get straight into this dribble tutorial, man. We finna get real active. Make sure y'all boys locked in that my court. Let's get to it. Let me pitch y'all boys on to this staking platform called 1v1 me. Now y'all know I've always kept it real with y'all, man. When I say you can literally make money on 2K and other video games and you don't even have to be the one playing, I'm telling the truth. Wagers have always been something that keeps gaming in the 2K community lit, man. So now y'all can actually make money from these wagers.
Oh, Zay for the win! I'm just a motherfucking content creator. I'm just a content creator.
Now this app has already paid over $100 million to users in payouts. Every game is monitored, so it's no cheating, and games are also hosted daily, so you can stake on your favorite 2K players, Madden players, COD players every day. Now if y'all boys want to go ahead and make y'all some money, y'all can sign up with the link in my description and use code GLOCK, and you'll get $50 to stake with automatically. So you can go ahead and get a free $50 to start off with and go crazy, man. Alright, man, make sure y'all locked all the way in. We finna get into this tutorial right now, man. Let's go ahead and get into it. So I've been using these Game Seer controllers for like 2 years now. I've been using the G7 and they sent me the T7 for free. This is not a sponsorship because like I actually use these controllers, you know what I'm saying? I've been using these for like 2 years now. They don't get stick drift. These are the best controllers on Xbox. These are the only controllers that I use, bro. So the T7 is like 70 bucks, the G7 is like 40, but they both don't get stick drift. The T7 is just more fancy, you got more paddles and stuff like that. But the link is gonna be in my description. You can cop any of these controllers from straight from the link, and it'll say you're shopping with Glock 9Teen from the Game Seer website, or you can go to my Amazon storefront. Either one, both links in my description. Make sure y'all get one of these controllers. All right, so here's my updated sigs, the dribble style, Zach LaVine, size up, Tracy McGrady. For the breakdown combos, they pretty interchangeable, kind of personal preference. I like KD, Jordan Poole, T-Mac, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is pretty good. Give me some good breakdown combos. For my escape, I use Shea. Some people like Jimmy Butler. Me personally, I like Shea. It was the first one I'm using and I'm still sticking with it. For the combo moves, I'm using LeBron James. It's a lot of good ones though, but the best one for me is LeBron James. For the crossover, I'm using Lonzo Ball. I like Jaylen Brown and Pro also. Like, it's a lot of good crossovers, man, but I'm using Lonzo. I switch between Pro also though. And for the behind the back, I was gatekeeping this for a minute, I'm not gonna lie. I use Jimmy Butler. Scottie Pippen is decent, but Jimmy Butler is just better. For my spin, Penny Hardaway. For my hezzy, I'm using Rajon Rondo. And for my step back, I'm still using Devin Booker. And then y'all also going to make sure that you got on Dylan Brooks hop jumper and that you got on Jalen Suggs go-to shot. Some of this stuff I was using last year, I'm still sticking with my own swag because a lot of this stuff I did find myself, like the Dylan Brooks hop jumper into the D-Book step back. But we gonna get into all that in the dribble tutorial. All right, so first move I'm gonna show y'all is the momentum. So to do the momentum, all you gonna do is just flick up on your right stick and then run the opposite direction. So you just flick up and then you run after it, like fast though, like this. Just watch my controller and watch the timing. You just flick up and then you sprint to the opposite direction instantly after. And if y'all see me mess up on some moves, it's because I'm holding my controller like up to my camera for y'all. Like, you know, I play with my controller on my lap, so it's kind of awkward for me to record this. But yeah, you just flick up and then you just run the opposite direction. And then if you want to spam it, you just keep repeating it, like how y'all seen on the intro. And then hey, that's how you spam the momentum. But now that y'all know how to momentum, I'm gonna show y'all how to Pro 2 up the court. I don't know why people acting like this is new. This was in the game last year. But to spam any crossover up the court, like just don't hold your right trigger and then come up the court and then just do between the legs. Like just keep spamming them like that. And you can do it with crossovers behind the backs, like any moving like move tied to a crossover or behind the back, you can just spam it up the court. Just don't hold your right trigger. So for the twins, just flick like straight across repeatedly and you gonna get that animation. It's super simple. That's how you do that right there. The next move I'm finna show y'all is the explosive behind the backs. I do these a lot. So to activate your explosive behind the back, all you gonna wanna do is hold your right trigger, do it behind the back, like whatever behind the back you got on, but before the animation like switches hands, just hold your right or your left stick to the way you want to go. So if my ball's in my right hand, I'm gonna flick diagonal bottom left, and then I'm gonna hold my left stick top left at the same time, like this. Just peep the timing, watch my controller and the timing I'm doing it on. And you can do that out of a momentum, like I showed you how to momentum. You can do this pretty much out of any move. So if you can do like a momentum like that, and you can chain it with more behind the backs if you want. But yeah, super simple for the explosive behind the back. Turbo, activate a behind the back by doing diagonal down, and then go to the opposite ball hand. So if the ball's my left hand, I will flick diagonal bottom right and hold my left stick top right instantly after. And that's how you do that. Next, I'm gonna show y'all a momentum into moving behind the back, not the explosive behind the back. So this animation right here. So all you want to do is do a momentum and keep your left stick forward like this. So you keep running forward, and then instantly after, just flick diagonal down to the opposite ball hand like that. And that's how you do a momentum into a moving behind the back instead of explosive. Because some animations in your behind the back, like let's say you don't want to use Jimmy Butler and use Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen explosive behind the back is kind of slow, but his moving behind the back is quick. So if you do this with Scottie Pippen, you know it's gonna look faster. I think Scottie Pippen got the best moving behind the back. But yeah, that's how you do momentum into like a regular behind the back instead of an explosive one like that. Now the next move we gonna get into is the momentum spin. A lot of moves is tied to the momentum. So to do a momentum spin, all y'all, like I told y'all, flick up, run to the opposite ball hand like this. After you do that, you're gonna just spin your stick. I usually spin like the top of my stick when I do it. And that's how you're gonna activate a momentum spin. Just watch my controller. Momentum. And then after you do the momentum spin, you can do different moves after it, like a regular behind the back. You just flick diagonal down to the opposite ball hand. Just like that, all right? Giving y'all boys real sauce, man. Like I said, my controller is not in my lap. I'm like holding it up to my camera, so that's why I'm messing up a little bit. Y'all gonna see me mess up in this video. But yeah, that's how you do a momentum spin, and you can chain it with like behind the backs or whatever you want, bruh. Now I'm gonna show y'all some of the moves like my signature moves that came from me, first person doing these moves. I've been doing some of this stuff since last year, first person doing it last year too. So the first move we're gonna get into is the Glock slide. The Glock slide is the Dylan Brooks hop jumper like this, and then you do it into a Devin Booker step back. My fault. Dylan Brooker, damn. Dylan Brooks hop jumper into a Devin Booker step back. All right, so all y'all going to do to activate the Dylan Brooks hop jumper, hold turbo, so hold your right trigger, and then hold your right stick. If your player is right-handed, hold your right stick to the left like that, and you'll get this animation. And then all you do after that is run out of the move. So you just keep holding turbo, and as soon as you get this animation, start running towards the left side and keep your hand on turbo like this. Like just run out of it like that, and then after you run out of it, just flick down on your right stick, and that's a Glock slide right there, just like this. That's a Glock slide. All right, pretty simple, y'all boys. If you want to get that in y'all bag, I just put y'all on, bro. All right, so the next move I'm finna show y'all is the Glock spin. This is the Glock spin right here. That's a Glock spin. So to do a Glock spin, right, what you gonna want to do is do a momentum into a shade escape. So for the shade escape, if the ball's in your left hand, you hold turbo and flick left, right, and then vice versa if the ball's in your right hand. So you gonna want to do a momentum like I showed y'all. Hit this shade escape into a Dylan Brooks hop jumper into a spin. Watch my controller. I just showed y'all how to do all this before. We just kind of comboing it together now. That's a Glock spin right there. Get that in y'all bag if you want. But that's a Glock spin. But yeah, that's a Glock spin. Momentum, shade escape, Dylan Brooks hop jumper into the spin, bro. And then you good. That's a Glock spin right there. Now the next move that I'm gonna show y'all is a half spin into a behind the back. So just while you moving, come up the court to do a half spin. If the ball's your right hand, you gonna want to bring it from 6 to 1 like this. That's a half spin. If the ball's your left hand, 6 to 12, bro. That's a half spin. So that's how you do it in the left hand and the right hand. Y'all can see my controller. So after that, you just gonna want to do a behind the back. So if the ball's in your right hand, right after you do the half spin, just flick diagonal down. So if it's in your right hand, you will flick diagonal down to the left right after the half spin. Now the next move I'm finna show y'all boys is the nutmeg. So to do a nutmeg, all you gonna want to do is activate it behind the back. So if the ball's in your right hand, you will flick diagonal down, but then right after you will flick horizontal. So if the ball's in my right hand and I'm moving forward, I will flick diagonal down and then left, but you got to do it quick like this, and that's how you do a nutmeg. Simple, simple, simple. If the ball's in your left hand, diagonal down right and then to the left like this. Nutmeg. Simple, 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 y'all. Now the last move that I do want to show y'all is the walkbacks. I know y'all see me doing the walkbacks a lot. So for the walkback, all you're going to do is just hold your left stick down, right? And it's going to blow your mind. You just flick up, bro. I can do this with 2 pointer fingers, bro. Hold your left stick down and then flick up, and you're going to get these animations, bro. Left stick down, flick up, and you're gonna get a random animation each time, but it's hella nice at your combos. I'm glad they brought this back to the game. But yeah, just hold your left stick down and flick up, and you're gonna get these animations, bro. Super simple, man. Give you some swag while you dribbling. Mix it up a little bit, you know. But yeah, that's how you do that, bro. I hope y'all boys enjoyed the tutorial, man. If you do not have 2K26 yet, I am doing a giveaway on my Twitter at 10K followers. You're almost there, so make sure y'all boys follow the Twitter. And if you need help, shoot me a DM. If you need help, shoot me a DM on Twitter also. But like I said, if you new, make sure y'all boys subbed up with post notifications on, and make sure y'all boys drop a like. I'll catch y'all boys in the next video with my jump shot, man.